What if I never had the energy for my creative dreams that I used to have? I put out a call for creative dream questions and this one came in. And this is it's a hard and scary place to be. And there's many reasons, like it's not just the simple fact of aging or illness or changing life situations. It's really not uncommon to find ourselves in a place where we don't have the energy that we used to have. And it can be really terrifying because our creative dreams still matter. So it can feel like we're losing a part of us, like it matters, but we can't do what we used to do. It's heartbreaking. And when it comes to our creative dreams, because they come from such a deep and vulnerable place in us, the fears can feel amplified. So, this is what I suggest when you're in this situation. First, validate your feelings. Even if you feel like your fears are exaggerated, validate how this actually feels for you. Like, give yourself some time with these feelings, the sensations in your body, the thoughts in your mind. Make space to be present and like start exploring, what do the hurting parts of you need? The person who asked me this question is a gifted artist, as many of you are. This can be a really rich creative place for exploring. Once you dig into what these feelings are, processing them, you'll find this is probably connected to other feelings about what has happened that has caused you to have less energy than you used to have. And there's probably some grieving that needs to happen. Not giving ourselves space to grieve keeps things bottled up and pressure-y, right? So grieving relieves the pressure. And grieving really is a part of creative dreaming in a lot of ways, even though we naturally resist it. So you need to give yourself whatever time and space you need to do that emotional processing and grieving. And it will probably need more time and space than you think it should. So while you're processing and grieving, keep asking yourself about what you need. Like, learn to take good care of yourself, especially to take care of the parts of you that are hurting. And if you're doing all of that, at some point you will generally naturally come to a place where the question shifts from, how do I go back to the energy I used to have, to how do I move forward with what I have now? When we're young, when we've never experienced severe illness, when we've never had like shit really go wrong in our lives, we do tend to have this fountain of energy to devote to our dreams. And we can feel like we need that fountain of energy to make things happen. And I know when I was in my 30s, I put so much effort into tending to that fountain, trying to make it flow like Fast and Furious. And now in my 50s, going through a divorce, really struggling physically and mentally with perimenopause, of course I grieved that loss of energy. And I did start treatments with my doctor with the hopes that I could get back to who I used to be. But the more I have allowed myself to grieve the losses and process the feelings, the more there's this new path opening up for me. New ways of being, new ways to approach my dreams that honor where I am and who I am today. Work smarter, not harder can be applied in so many ways, right? Like work smarter, not faster is a good one. So again, this is after you've processed things, given space for your grief and your hurt feelings, and you can start to look at what qualities have you gained through this situation that has left you with less energy, and how can these qualities help you with your dreams? Like, without negating the difficulties of what you have faced, what are the strengths and opportunities of being where you are? Because there are some. They're different than the strengths and opportunities of where you were. And creative dreaming never happens in a vacuum, always happens in the world as it is and in our lives as they are. Creative dreaming is a way of responding to the world and to our lives, and it comes from a deep, powerful, and wise place within you. You can trust the things you're dreaming of. So if these dreams are alive in you, now in your life as it is now, then there is a way. It's just different from what you've known. And always remember that the way is going to be just as much about the inner changes, the healing, and the growth, and getting to know yourself in this new phase of life. It's always just as much or more about that inner work than it is about the outer work. So often we don't see a way in the outer, and so we think that means we're stuck. It just means there's inner stuff to do. And it's complicated. Like, creative dreaming is literally bringing new realities to life. It's complicated. And if you want more help with it, I would love to support you in this work in the Creative Dream Incubator Coaching membership. Let's make magic together.